Hey, Marissa. I thought you was asleep. That's why I didn't even call you. I was gonna call you and tell you, sister girl, I'm about to go live, but I thought you was asleep. I know my phone had hung up earlier, child. I had a lot going on at one time. I ended up cooking anyway. I didn't even know if I was gonna cook, sis, and I end up cooking anyway. So what are you doing? What are you doing? Let's talk about what you doing. You chilling? Or you in your secret closet? I just got out the shower and I said, let me go live. You been up since 5:30? Ready to pair. 5:30 this afternoon. 5:30 this afternoon. Eating a beef patty. I haven't had anything else to eat since this morning, since I talked to you. I had that fish sandwich from Burger King, and I haven't had anything else. But I said I'm gonna eat after this live. Um, 5:30 this afternoon. Oh, you a good little nap then. I ain't had that. I just been in here just doing what I needed to do, get my stuff out. I wasn't gonna do it. I just cooked for the restaurant today. So in our town today, Marissa, they called me. He was like, it's kind of near my daughter's house. It's like a street over. But my daughter, they had called me and he was like, he said, call your daughter and see what's going on by her house because it's a whole bunch of policemen just lined it up. And wait a minute. I don't know why my phone do what it want to do. But she was like, it's a whole bunch of policemen that's lined it up. And she was like, lined it up. And I was like, lined it up? What is going on? And he was like, I don't see no cars that's pulled over. He said, I don't see no accident. He said, he said, I don't see nothing going on. It's just like police cars just lined it up all the way down the road. And they got the road blocked off. So my daughter was like, I called my daughter, she was like, all right, let me go home now, because she was like, she had my grandson was home playing the game. So girl, she called me back. Do you know our roads are deteriorating? They are disappearing, and the police officers could not leave the area because everything is the hole in the road is just getting bigger and bigger. It's swelling up. So what in the world is that? It's swelling up. It's swelling up and it's getting bigger and bigger in the road. And remember this morning when I talked to you, I was going to Burger King. I traveled that same road, but I didn't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? I went right across what they got, the road that they have blocked off. I traveled that road this morning. So I'm like, what in the world? I don't know, but they said the hole is getting bigger and the road is getting bigger and the road is getting bigger and it's swelling as it's opening. So it's blowing up. It's blowing up and the hole is getting bigger and it's three spots where our road is opening up. So I was like, I don't know what the hell. I was like, you think a UFO that landed there, the aliens is tearing up the road because I did the story on them. Child, you know my mind be going 100 miles per hour. I was like, what is happening down here? I did not understand that for nothing. So the policemen have been there for hours staring at this spot. So I'm trying to figure out what are they going to do? You know, are they going to wait for somebody to? No, it's not pipes. When I was on the phone with my daughter, the police officer was right there. He said he have never seen nothing like this in the Carolinas. He's seen it in California after a earthquake, but he said he have never seen nothing like this before in his life. And he said their duty or call today was to stand there by that spot, and they could not leave it. Even though they got the road blocked off, but people still will be curious and go over there to that road and try to figure out what in the world is going on. So I don't know, girl, but I'm gonna try to do an update on that and let y'all know what's going on. I ain't gonna be able to get close to it, but I'm gonna be able to get close enough. Um, those views that I got on that video yesterday, child, YouTube is messing with my it's messing with my channel, child. I don't know if they think that they real views or what, but they is definitely messing with my channel. So the notifications probably won't go out. But me, you, and whoever else is in here, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this live right here. Anyway, because child, YouTube is tripping on me today. That's why I haven't been live. And I have to update my card on my live screen. So I say I'm gonna do this live and then I update my card so I can move forward with my screen yard. Okay. So anyway, how you doing, Marissa? Because it's just me and you. We might well be on the phone, but we're gonna still go forward because the show still got to go on. So anyway, this lady right here, her name is Savannah Grant. I don't know if you ever heard of. Have you ever heard of her before, Marissa? Her name is Savannah Grant. She did 20 years in prison. Marissa said, LOL. She did 20 years in prison. Um, she been out about almost 3 years now. Have you ever heard of her? We're going to discuss this thing here real good and we're going to get on with it. Because, I done took me a shower. Now, all I think I need to do is eat and go to sleep. Because I done had a long day. You never heard of her. Okay. Me neither until today. So we both in the same boat. But I have watched her story all day long. I try to do a little research. I didn't watch the whole video, but Tasha K did an interview on her. And the lady that she threw acid, she made some boil, some kind of acid that you clean the sink with. And she mixed bleach with it and she mixed hot water with it. Okay, the story is what happened to this young lady. She was messing with this dude. It's always a dude behind some mess like this. So what happened was her and the dude was messing with the same dude, honey. And this lady here name is Savannah. The other lady name is Sabrina. Sabrina, the other lady, the victim from it, both of them is a victim to me. The victim from Sabrina, her son is in the NFL. But anyway, Savannah, this young lady here, she was messing with this dude. And so was the other lady. So they was always, trying to mess with her. The other lady and her friends will always try to mess with her because she was messing with the same dude. Okay. Once we find out, now I've been in a relationship before where I was in a relationship and I found out that the other dude had another female. I promise to God on everything I love. When I found out because I did not know, I found out that he had a whole nother relationship. And when I found out, I picked up the phone and I called the girlfriend, and I was like, look, this your man. You need to come and get him. Tell him to stay away from my house. Boom. You know what I mean? Because I didn't feel like that I needed to be messing with somebody else's man. Because if he was with her first, you know what I'm saying? That means that she the main chick. But it was very impossible for me to know that he had another woman because he was always with me. So, but as soon as I found out, I left him alone. He was still begging. He was gone. Go ahead on now. I don't want to do it no more. So she was like, thank you. I talked to her on the phone for a while. We made peace. Matter of fact, for the 5-point stars that we got, she came and she sung a song. The girl can sing. We are cordial now. Not friends, but cordial. Because she married him. She ended up marrying him a year later. So kudos to them. But I don't want nobody man. But once you in a relationship with somebody and you find out that there is another woman, the best thing for you to do is to probably step away. Not probably, you should just step away. Don't be like, you want to fight against this woman, and because that right there tell you what type of man you dealing with. If you dealing with a man that already have a woman, you understand? Leave that man alone because you don't know the consequences behind it. And you definitely don't know what type of mindset that you dealing with. Right, Marissa? You definitely don't know what type of mindset you dealing with when you out here messing with somebody else's man, or even you messing with the man and you don't know he got another woman. You don't know what these people mindset are. You don't know what they're capable of. You don't know what in the crime of passion can cause. But anyway, Savannah, she knew that he was messing with this other woman. He knew. And she knew that he was messing with another woman. And that the other woman also knew that they was messing with each other. I mean, the same man. They basically was sharing them. I ain't never in the business of doing that. That's the reason why when I found out the dude that I was talking to, I sent him back to his woman and called her and let her know. But because you don't know people mindsets. And when people is in love and stuff like that, they'll hurt you. So anyway, um, this lady, they was going backwards and forward with the man. I'm talking about backwards and forward. He would be with this one in his mind, because I watched his interview too. In his mind, he loved both of these women. I don't feel like that he loved both of them. In my opinion, I felt like that he was getting something from the other one. He was getting money from, and that was Sabrina. He was getting money for her. This is definitely not a bashing, because y'all know this. Let's talk with love. We gotta talk about it with love. But I'm just calling that what I seen of the evidence. He was. He said he was in love with two, but you really can't be. But he was getting money from the other one, and she was taking care of him. But this one here, Sabrina, she was the basically the one that he really wanted to be with, that he was having sex with. So I heard Tasha K ask Sabrina a question. Tasha K said, "I know it ain't no Peter. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Ain't that good to, you know what I'm saying, go crazy over this dude." This woman said, she said, "I don't mean no harm, but his sex was the best." She said, "Oh my God." I mean, she was, it was 20 years later after she did this interview, after she got out of prison, but she still remember the sex. Honey, I don't remember the sex 20 years ago. I just can't go into detail, but this woman went into detail. So anytime something is that good, I don't even want to deal with it anyway, because it make you do crazy things. But anyway, the woman, Sabrina, the other woman, came to this lady's house with the boyfriend, where the boyfriend was. The boyfriend was driving the other girl car, which is Sabrina. He was driving Sabrina's car, and he came over to this lady on the screen. Her name is Savannah Grant. He came over there because the boyfriend was driving the other girlfriend's car. They had already been harassing her about this man. I wish Sabrina, the lady that's on Savannah, the lady that's on the screen, I wish she just would have walked away. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with you. You got too much issues. You dealing with another woman. I really wish that she would have walked away. But everything happened for a reason. So the woman came over to her house because she said her car was there because the dude was driving her car. And when she came over to her house, she proceeded to argue with the boyfriend. "Why you over here? Why you got my car? Why you got my car in this B yard or whatever?" So the lady that's on the screen, Savannah, she would never leave the porch. The lady tried to fight her and everything in her own yard at her own house. Well, she actually came inside of the lady's house. This lady said allegedly that she had a bottle, a cup full of acid on the counter because she said she was cleaning out her sink. She said she went into the kitchen, she grabbed that extra acid that she had, boiled acid. because she had a little bit left over, so she had it in a cup. So this lady was acting up in her yard. She went in the kitchen and grabbed this cup of acid. She poured some bleach into it. And then she said her hot water at her house was extremely hot. She poured the hot water into a cup. She said she walked back out to the door, and she said the other lady, Sabrina, was yelling and cussing both of them out. She said she took that cup and she threw that boy acid in that lady's face. She said it was the worst scream that she had ever heard in her entire life. The boyfriend proceeded to take, first of all, they said he didn't even put her in the car. She was trying to feel away. The lady was yelling and hollering and screaming, and she was trying to feel her way to the car. She couldn't feel herself to the car, so the boyfriend that was over there with the lady that screamed, he jumped in the lady's car, put her in the car, drove her to a gas station. Y'all, Marissa, he drove her to a gas station. He drove her to a gas station and left that woman there. He had her car, dropped her off at the gas station. He's still driving this lady brand new Lexus. This lady got boiled acid in her face. She was blind, burnt from one side of the face to the next, all over her chest. Yes, over some good ding. Hey, blessings, beautiful. She over some good Peter. That's what they call it. Some good Peter. Over some good Peter, honey. He picks her up, takes her to the gas station, he drops her off. He took her to the bathroom, was splashing cold water on her. He said he panicked. And he said when he panicked, he left her there. He got her car and he left her there. Y'all hear me? He driving her car and left her at the gas station with probably 1,000,000 degrees burns all over her, and she can't see. He jumps back in the car and he leaves. The ambulance finally comes. The lady that's on the screen, Savannah, she called the police and she told them, she said, I just burnt this lady in her face with acid. I don't know where they went or whatever, but she confessed to what she did. The lady named Sabrina, she was in a coma for over a month. She is blind. She went blind. I'm talking about, if you pull her up on YouTube, you're going to see that her eyes is just completely white, but she's still beautiful. She have the scars, but she's an advocate for victims and domestic violence and things like that. So she's traveling the world. She's speaking out. Her son is in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And this lady right here, when she went to court, the boyfriend testified against her because he seen her come in a courtroom with another man, not knowing that this lady on the screen wasn't messing with the man, but the lady had a more support with her. So by this grown ass man that got these two women entangled about him, one of the girlfriends that took care of him is now blind in both of her eyes, burnt all over her body, and he's not telling the truth in court because of the simple fact he was jealous that this woman here had another man come with her to court. Well, he was the initial cheater. For the reason why they're in court, this lady facing 20 years, and the other girlfriend no longer can see. Y'all hear me? No longer can see. She blind in both her eyes. This lady that did 20 years in prison. Her son really don't want to have nothing to do with her because when she left, he was 2 years old. She came home to a grown man. They lost a lot. But to listen to both of their stories, both of them gained something amazing. They both learned who God was. She found God in prison. The other lady found God through her ordeal she going with by her being blind, by her traveling the world and stuff like that. Y'all hear me? So sometimes God is going to put you through a painful situation just so you can know that he has a calling on your life, so you can surrender. Because it was amazing to me to watch this story, and I'm like, dang, they done went through all this right here for a man, but it was all a setup. God was calling them before because the other lady was a stripper, and she said every time when she get ready to go get onto the stage to go strip, she said she would just break down and cry. She said, not knowing that that was the Holy Spirit calling me the whole entire time. This lady on the screen, she has a very amazing, beautiful spirit. You can see the spirit of God in her, but she already had it a long time ago, but they ignored the signs. We got to not ignore the signs when we feel that tugging on us, that God is trying to call us higher for his purpose. We have to surrender because God's purpose is going to come through whether you want it to or not. And sometimes you have to go through things just so God can use you for his glory. So this right here was a tragic thing. You know what I'm saying? This thing right here touched my heart because I know it's a lot of women out here that's going through it, know that they in relationships and they other spouse is messing with another man and or another woman. This guy around here that I know, he was messing with a girl. He didn't know she had somebody else. And he didn't know she had somebody else. And they at Walmart, an innocent place. He don't know that she messing with somebody else. And the dude walked up to the car with a gun, asking him what is he doing in the car with his girl. See, sometimes we got to find out if these people is with somebody else, because it's going to be so much bad consequences behind it. This lady right here, she was from South Carolina. She is from South Carolina. And she lost 20 years of her life over a man, over a man. So when we find out that there is other people involved in that relationship, we should just let it go. It's somebody else out here for us. But this right here, they say everything happened for a reason. I really believe that this happened for a reason because of the simple fact they both found out who God was through their ordeal. She found them in prison, and the other lady found them after she lost her sight. So God still gets the glory, and he gonna get the glory whether you like it or not. And that's exactly what happened in this story. But I'm gonna play a little bit of the video and let y'all listen to Savannah. This is the one that threw acid in my boyfriend's side chick face.
Bleach with red lye and tossed it in the face of 30-year-old Sabrina Greenlee. You were sentenced to 20 years for assault and battery with intent to kill. This was all over a boyfriend. When you mixed up Clorox bleach with red lye and tossed it in the face of 30-year-old Sabrina Greenlee. You were sentenced to 20 years for assault and battery with intent to kill. This was all over a boyfriend that you both shared.
So we have a heated argument. He's ranting and raving and fussing. Are you effing that nigga? And you gonna give me some? And so he ripped my skirt off. So we're here in my living room, and I didn't have a whole lot of furniture at the time.
Okay.
And so we're right there on the floor, and somebody rang my doorbell. I said, "Don't answer it." I felt like it was her, and it was.
Jeez.
So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
like right now.
Yeah, we're recording. We're ready to go. I'm gonna have to. We're recording
right now.
We're recording right now.
So she came over to the house. Now I'm pretty sure everybody parents done told them to don't go to nobody's house. Blessing said she was behind. Don't go to nobody's house. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to nobody's house and want to fight them or want to approach them about a man that know he's with you. I just found it today, blessings. But you can definitely put it up. I don't want to play too much of the video, but we are supposed to know. We supposed to been taught you don't go to people's houses. That woman came to her house. I really don't understand. I know she threw the acid, and I know that's so wrong, but I don't understand how she got 20 years because of the simple fact that these women was bothering her over and over and over again, and it's evidence to say that. It's evidence that say that they was bothering her over and over again, and it's evidence that she had been to her house several times. So I don't know what happened in the court and what happened in the court that day, but she lost. And I don't know if it was because of the severity. That lady lost her eyesight. You know what I'm saying? But they both lost a lot. But they also gained God. So that was big. So we got to make sure that we pay attention to the what is the word I'm looking for? We have to pay to the signs. We have to pay attention to the signs when God is trying to tell us something. Because she had revealed to this lady many a times that she got another man. She got another man. I mean, he got another woman. He has another woman. The woman is bothering you. Let it go. But she said on this video that sex was so good to her. The way she described it, I'm scared. I don't want it like that. If I get some stuff, some sex, some Peter, that going good, I'm scared that's gonna make you go crazy over a man like this. That you lost your freedom, your relationship for your child, over some meat that you gotta share. Ain't no way. I'm gonna play a little bit more of the video, see what she's saying.
Oh,
They're gonna see
wow.
all this like behind the scenes and stuff.
Are
Yeah.
they?
Let's see if we can forward
It's
it.
on you. You guys were dating the same man.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling you one thing, he's telling her another thing. And that's ultimately what led up to the events that happened that day. Now, before we get into specifics, what was life like for you before you
I'm gonna try to forward it. But see, them dudes be telling you. You hear what she said? She said that he was telling her one thing and telling her that telling her something else. Like we got to be able to have some kind of common sense now. You driving this woman brand new car. You were supposed to have been like, who caused that? Because you got to be able to get to the bottom of stuff. I'm an investigator. I'm be like, why is it flowers in here? Why is it lip gloss in this car? You know what I'm saying? I will want to know. She riding around in this man's side chick car and not even knowing that it's another woman car. I hope she ain't know. I hope she knew that it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, his car. I'm not doing that. It's dangerous out here, y'all. Marissa said, insane most hated girl. Hey, baby. Hey, I just stopped by, hit the like button. Thank you, baby. Um, you gotta be able to know the signs now. You know this woman is attacking you. Let's see what she got to say, y'all.
met the gentleman that you were dating, that you guys were both dating, you and Sabrina?
Right. So actually, I had just moved from Florida, Homestead, back
Let me
to
see if she
South
can get to the
Carolina.
story.
But I left Florida, and
Wait, let me find the story.
And so that I was just wondering, like, why do the niggas get their names spared? And so, but let's go back. You're at Applebee's and you meet Anton's sister, the guy whom.
Wait.
just dated one guy.
Mm,
That was my thing. Treat them like they treat me, but I fell for this guy.
Oh, she said she was handling the streets. She had more than one man. She was treating them like they treated her. So it was comfortable to her to mess with another man that had a woman because she was doing the same thing. Damn.
You loved
And
him.
I loved him. I fell in love with him. And I allowed him to treat me in a manner that I've never allowed anyone to treat me. And when I tried to get out of it, I couldn't, you know. I would always let him come back. And so I told my sister, I said, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. So at this time, um,
Now we all done had a piece of love like that. Miosha, I didn't call you Miosha, Marissa. Been there, felt trapped. Them soul ties. But see, one thing about it, you can't help who you love. And another thing about it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody go through this right here. Everybody probably have been through this. I don't probably know. I know I have been through it, but not far as another woman, but far as him cheating. Because you know they're cheat, they're sticking there and they come on out of there. But finding out they cheat, and that's the same thing because I have stayed. That's when I told y'all the story about I stayed with a man that cheated on me. And that thing right there, like, that broke me down because I never would have thought that I would stay with a man after he have cheated on me. So you definitely can't help who you love. If you loved them before they cheated, they cheated on a Thursday, you still gonna love them on a Friday. I'm listening while moving around. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So I'm listen,
I got pregnant while he was incarcerated.
trying to
Okay.
get to the
So he
story. We're not
left.
gonna listen to the whole thing.
Like I said, it was just from the moment he got home, it was just crazy, chaotic, and it was just too much. It was always something, and we were always arguing and fighting about him and different females. And I just couldn't take it no more. I wasn't used to that. I wasn't used to living.
And we definitely not judging her because we all have done this. We all had done this, but thank God for the blood that we didn't have to go to this extreme. Now I know some people that been through things with other females, and females have stabbed them, did some horrible things to them. So we definitely not judging her because it's two sides to a story. But just like I said in the beginning, the best part about this is they both found God. I hated that they had to go through this to find him, but sometimes that's how the ball bounce.
Like that. I wasn't used to struggling.
Mhm.
And my
I'm
son,
trying to find the story.
So they would they confront you? Would they
they
always?
were always moved to Maryland. I did see him a
Okay, here
couple
go
of
the part where
times,
she
and it
talk
was
about.
still women. Had some encounters with some other females,
Now,
and
were there fights with these other women?
once, once it was. I'm gonna be completely transparent. Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes,
So she had been fought several men, several females over this man. She had fought him several females over this man. We all done did it in our younger days. Remember, this is 20 years ago. She was in her 20s. She was about 20 something years old. So that's just about the time when women was fighting over men then.
it was.
So they would they confront you? Would they
They
always?
were always confront me. They will always confront me. So the way that Anton explained it, they always knew about me. I just
So he was one of them. If these women always knew about her, that in his words, it's because he always told them I had another woman. And when most time when men, it's some females out there, if a man tell you that he got another woman, them females like bet. I don't care. It's some females out there like that I don't care. Some females is only attracted to certain men that's married or are in a relationship.
didn't know about them until they called my house because they were always called my house. I guess
Okay.
they wanted me to know about them. And so that's just the way it went, and it was always that way. And I didn't find out about Sabrina until after I moved back from Maryland.
Lord, please be offense.
And we weren't together. We would see each other from time to time. We would probably hook up and have sex from time to time, but it wasn't, we weren't in a relationship. At this time in my life, I was seeing other people because the whole time I was with him, I would never deal with anyone else.
Mm,
I would not. I wouldn't.
yeah.
And so at this time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna see other people, so I'm hanging out. I never went to the club.
That thing was powerful. Marissa said right. That thing was powerful. I'm trying to get to the story.
Gone through the very same thing.
Now she was much, like I said, older than you and Anton, and she
Hmm.
had already had 4.
That's the
They
boyfriend
would
that
ride
came
up
home.
and down my streets, and it was just, it went on for months. It was so bad that from, and he said, Sabrina gave me money, and I just shook my head. I said, you know what? I said, no. Mm-mm.
See, he was bold. He would tell her that the other woman gave him money.
And so um, I said, I'll call you back later. He was like, no, are you going to go out with me? I was like, no, I'm leaving and I'm going out of town. And I hung up the phone. So he kept calling back until I wouldn't answer. And so I got an in house call, and it was the security guard downstairs. And he said to me, Miss Grant, you have a visitor here. And I was like,
Let me
so
get to the
who's
story.
here? The garbage disposal. And it
Okay,
was
there you
very
go.
little.
Here you go.
And she's on the porch screaming and yelling at him, cursing him out. And I'm telling her to leave. And she's cursing him out and she's cursing me out. And I said, Sabrina, leave my house. Leave my effing house.
This the incident.
And she wouldn't leave. And so she came like she was going to rush back in again. So I ran to the kitchen and I grabbed this cup. It was a stakeout cup, a restaurant that they had in Greenville at the time. And grabbed the cup. It was a big, tall cup. And I added a little bleach and some hot water. The hot water in my sink was extremely hot. So in my head, I'm going to throw this hot water on her. Completely forgot, Tasha, that weeks prior, I had my garbage disposal was stopped up. So I bought Red Devil Eye in a canister, like Drano, to unclog the garbage disposal. And
Hmm.
it was very little
It don't take a
left.
lot of
So I
acid.
poured it up in this cup and I said I used the rest of that at a later date and left it there on the countertop.
So it was like a red cup with the red dye in it.
No,
Oh, okay.
it was a stakeout cup.
Oh, stakeout.
Stakeout was
Okay.
a restaurant
I
back in
remember
the day.
stakeout. Yeah, I
So it
remember
was the
that.
big
Okay.
old, the big
Yeah,
tall
yeah.
stakeout cup. And it couldn't have been that more of the Red Devil Lie Drano left in the original container. So I was cleaning and I poured the rest of that up in that cup and threw the container away. And I left it there on my countertop with the rest of my cleaning supplies. And like I said,
Well, let me
I
say this.
grabbed.
But if you listen, now I'm listening to the story, but you had some dangerous stuff, bull acid, Drano, whatever it is. Why would you take it out of the safety bottle and pour it into a cup? I don't. Now that part right there, I don't get. Why wouldn't you leave it in the safety bottle where it has a top to it? Why would you pour it in a cup that don't have a top? It's making me feel like that you say, okay, I'm about to go in here and I'm about to, you know. I'm just saying.
This cup, added the hot water to it, and put bleach in it. I don't know why I put the bleach in it, but I did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And went to the door. She was standing there cursing him out. And when I opened the door, she cursing me out and I threw it on her.
Mm.
And time I threw it on her, the way that she screamed, the way that she yelled, I knew I messed up because it wasn't your normal type of scream. It wasn't normal. I
Jeez.
knew I messed up. I ran, I got the phone, I called the police, I told them what I did. I told them what I did. I remember going back to the door
Mm.
and I saw her trying to find her way to the car. I cursed Anton out. At this time, I'm cursing him out. And um, it pissed me off because he didn't help her to the car.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna stop it right there. Y'all can go back and y'all can watch this interview with Savannah Grant and Sabrina. Once you find Savannah, it's gonna automatically show you. It's gonna automatically show you. It's automatically going to show you. But it goes to show at the age that I am now, and I'm with a man, and my man now. If I find out that he is messing with another woman, because you wouldn't know that what they telling them. You know what I'm saying? Because men tell they side women or people that they sleeping with, they tell them stuff. They tell them anything. And I find out she can have him. She can have him because these men out here be telling these women anything, and they believe what that man is telling them. But a man gonna tell you anything just to get them panties, and that's just a fact. So just be careful out here. The age that we are now, and I know we probably went through some things where we had to fight some females or something like that, but I could never now. But I'm just so thankful. She said, I know that's right. Uh-huh. You could take them. You hear me? I'm talking about within a second. Because I ain't going to want you back. You know, when you get grown and mature, you know what I'm saying? No, go head on. You can have him because just like the relationship when I found out that dude that I was talking to some years ago, and I found out that he had another woman. Oh, honey, let me call your boo and tell her to come and get you away from me. Don't come back around me. I promise you, I ain't talked to that man since. That's just how I am. I can cut it off just like that. It will be no problem. A lot of people be telling me, they were like, look, I really commend you because a lot of people can't let go. I can let go and make it like it make, and I be praying to God. I was like, God, please make it as though he never existed without harming him. Because I cannot be one of the ones laid on the couch crying and stuff and not eating and losing weight. I done seen them females before. I don't want to be the one. But my heart go out to both of them, praying for both of them for healing because they still going through some trials and tribulations, especially Savannah because she done did that 12 years. Um, Blessed said right that part. Yeah, you hear me? I don't. I got low tolerance for. I just don't. I just don't. I was with a man. Um, we was boyfriend and girlfriend in middle school, and we began to get together years and years later. Y'all, we was in a whole born relationship. He was not who he was in middle school, of course. But life showed it. You know, you're like, oh my God, that's my little middle school man. He trying to talk to me. Yeah, we about to be together. You hear me? I got with this man. Oh my God, honey. He was not who I thought he was. He was disgusting to me. His actions, the things that he was doing. I hope he don't never catch my video, but it's the truth. But honey, I have took 2 years of him. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. No, I couldn't even sleep. He was over there knocked out. And I was just staring at him. And I said, remind you, he from Maryland. We both from Maryland, but he down North Carolina with me. I woke up. I woke him up because he was sleeping real good. We needed bills to be paid and stuff, and he was comfortable with not them being paid and not trying to go to work. He was a whole truck driver. He was trying to take off work and everything, and I was in a mess about it. I woke him up at 2:30. I said, leave. He said, what? I said, leave. Get out. I need you to go. I don't want to be with you no more. I said, I'm finished. He woke up trying to yell, we're not going to do that because it's going to get real up in here. I need you to leave. He said, I don't have no car. I have just bought this old little station wagon car. This is years ago. I gave that man the keys to my car. That man, I didn't have no car. I gave him the keys to my car. Get on the highway, hit 95 North, baby. You got to go. My sister was so mad. She said, why did you get him your car? I said, I needed him to go. That's how bad I needed him to go. Y'all, it's probably been, my kids was in school. Y'all, they're in their 30s now. When that man left, I have not spoke one word to him. I cannot. So I don't have a problem telling the man, you know what I'm saying, I'm done. I'm finished. It's over, you know. But I did have a couple soul ties that was kind of hard to get rid of. But these days, right now, I don't care nothing about no soul ties. We're gonna pray that shit off. I'm done. You done. Let's go on about our business, and you going to go. But if it is women out there that's dealing with that, y'all, I'm praying for y'all. And just go to God. Lay on the cross, honey. Get on your bed, lay on your back, hold your arms out, put your legs together, get on the cross. Because the only person that can fix that is Jesus, I promise you. Because I had to go to him about a couple of them. You hear me? Look, get them up out of here, Jesus, because I done hurt them. You know, so but my heart go out to them, and I'm thankful that they found God in the midst of this mess that they're in. You know, that they was in, but they still have to deal with it daily. Savannah said that she still can basically hear the lady yelling and screaming, and she said it was a scream that she never heard before in her life when she threw that acid in the lady's face. But dealing with soul ties, the enemy is able to walk in. So I know it was the enemy that made her actually go in that kitchen and grab that acid, put some bleach in it and some hot water and put it in that lady's face. I know it wasn't nobody but the enemy. It wasn't her. She was just carrying that spirit because she was out being sexual with a lot of different men, and she was getting soul ties, a lot of soul ties from it. But y'all, that's a mess. That's a mess. But it's definitely in the news, and everybody is telling their story. But Sabrina is telling a different story than everybody else. So, but y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get off here. I got a phone call coming in. Hello, hello. I don't think my daughter meant to call me, but I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I just wanted to I guess she did. She just put up the y'all. What in the? Hold on, y'all. Hello. Hey, baby, I'm on live. I'll call you right back. Okay. Girl, bye. But yeah, that's my daughter, so I'm gonna call her back. But I just wanted to cover this story right here from y'all because I have then watched it today. But y'all go look her up, Savannah Grant, if y'all want to watch the entire story. Um, I may come back tonight if I'm not doing nothing because I feel a little refreshed than I did earlier. So I probably come back later on. But y'all have a good day. Thank you for Marissa. But I will see y'all later. Thank you, blessings, and my girl Insane. I thank you, baby. See y'all later.